Story 1. I would take mine up to the mountains, hike, camp, and get to know the real them. What makes them happy? What makes them sad? Why do they urinate on my husband's pillow? I would tell them how much I truly love them and always will, and how happy they make me. I would also explain why I do not want them to bark at the mail carrier or the very nice United Parcel Service driver. Story 2. Me to them. Quit eating actual piles of excrement, including your own. Them likely to me, then feed me more. Story 3. Write down every quality of life improvement I can make for you. Let's find the perfect food for you and make sure there are no aches or pains we cannot address. Tell me all your favorite spots and what you like and do not like. Story 4. Are you in pain? Do you want to continue? I love you, and I will stay with you as long as you want. Story 5. Stop freaking out whenever I leave the house. I will be back as always. Story 6. I need to tell them I'm sorry when I step on them and that I don't mean it. Story 7. Tell her not to worry about her upcoming surgery. I love her. Please do not leave me. I need you. Story 8. I would tell them I love them and that they are good. I would explain I do not cut their nails or vacuum the floor to hurt or scare them. Those are necessary tasks. I would ask what their lives were like before they came to my family, if they remember. I would talk about funny stories from their youth and hope they remember funny stories from mine. I would also like to hear any gossip they know, since people still talk when pets are around. I want to ask if I have been caring for them incorrectly, how I can care for them better, and how I can enrich their lives. Are they in pain in places that are not obvious? They are getting old, so I want them to be happy for as many years as they have left. Story 9. I had to put my cat down last Saturday. I would not need 24 hours, just 10 seconds to tell her thank you for hanging out with me and that I love her. Story 10. I would tell him I love him. He is my world. I would never hit him. He still flinches if I move too fast. I would tell him to stop biting his brother and to be nice to other dogs. Other dogs are not a threat. You are my baby. Story 11. I would learn their language so I can talk to them even after 24 hours. Story 12. Honestly, it would be so much fun. This post makes me want to talk to my dog. Story 13. I would probably have the same conversation I had with my pup who had cancer last year, but without the sadness. I would tell her how much I love her, how many adventures we had together, and how grateful I am that she was always there for me. I would apologize for the times I was away. I wish I had more time with her. If she could speak, I would like to reminisce about road trips, beach days, and the silly games we played. Story 14. I would explain to them how much I love them and how they have saved my life many times. I would ask what happened to them before they came into my life. They are rescues. We have made huge progress over the last 3 years, but they were very traumatized when I adopted them. We would spend the day talking about our favorite things. I would ask for the names and addresses of the owners who abused them. I would go John Wick on those motherfuckers. Story 15. I'd spend way too much time working out the grudges between my cats. Story 16. Why did you bite me, you bitch? I'm feeding your lazy ass. Why did you chop my balls off, Dave? Story 17. They saved my life on multiple occasions this year. They were 2 little sister puppies. I fed them before I fed myself and kept working so we would have a roof over our heads. I saved them during the lockdown, and I am sorry they were so young when they left their family. I know they are thriving, and I promise to find their family when we can travel. Story 18. We would talk about all the good, fun times we've had, like the time I threw an ice cube at him and he swallowed it whole. Then he searched for it around the living room for about 2 minutes. Or that time when he was sitting way too close to me while I was exercising and kept trying to yawn. With every rep I did, he would get startled and interrupt his yawn, but he would not move. He tried yawning 4 times. It was hilarious. I love him so much. He burps all the time at the most inappropriate moments and we just laugh. Story 19. You do not have to like your brother, but can we all agree to coexist peacefully, please? I understand that taking medicine is no fun, but it is what makes you feel better. So please stop fighting me whenever I need to give it to you. It will hurt for a couple of seconds and then it will be over. What is your obsession with lettuce? I asked the cat. Why do you hump me when I lie down on the couch but not when I am sitting? I ask the male cat. Do you actually like the food I feed you? Is the temperature I set the thermostat to comfortable for you? According to the internet, I set it too low, yet the children run into the refrigerator or freezer and sit on the vent whether the air conditioning is on in summer or the heat is on in winter. Are you hot or cold? I have no idea. Story 20. I love you so much. You make it worthwhile for me to wake up each day, and I always look forward to coming home from work because I know you will be there. I promise to give you as many pets as you want. You always have a special spot in the corner of the bed. No, you can't have treats instead of kibble. Sometimes we have to go to the scary vet, but know that they are helping you. You may have to stay there and feel very lonely, but I will always be there to pick you up. I'm sorry that it's scary, but they will make you better. Your companionship has made me a better person and I will be forever grateful. But please, I'm begging you, stop rolling in dead things on our walks. Story 21. You are the best, and I love each of you more than I have ever loved anything. Pepper, you are an amazing little dog. I am so happy to watch you grow up. Please stop obsessing over the soccer ball at the dog park. I promise we can play with it whenever you want, but you cannot get possessive over it when it is not ours. Stop bothering the cat unless she starts it. You are the best cuddler, so never stop that. Arturia, I know the dog can be annoying and takes up a lot of my time, but please never think I love you any less than I did before she came into our lives. Please stop leaving your hairballs under the easy chair. It is impossible to reach them. Do it on the open floor. I do not mind at all. Thank you for the snuggles and the loud meows. I know I tease you, but they are the cutest noises in the world. Lump, we have been together for 24 years and you are going to outlive me. I love you very much. Please stop urinating on me when I take you out to clean your tank. Also, because you are smarter, let us set up a signal for when brumation starts and ends so I do not worry that you might have died. I love you all. Let us get out your favorite toys and make a day of it. Story 22. I want him to tell me all about what his life was like before we got him. He was a 2-year-old shelter dog, so who knows? I would also like to know how he feels about the people he has met, the music he has heard, and his other experiences. I would love to get to know him better so I could make his life even more enjoyable. I would tell him that I love him and that he needs to be a good listener. Not all of the rules are fun, but they are meant to keep him safe and healthy. Story 23. Pee on the pad. You used to. Now you're just messing with me. Story 24. My pet is dead. If I could speak to her in the afterlife, I would say I am sorry for the times I was a bad owner and did not always do the right thing. I would thank her for everything she did for me. Finally, I would ask if she was happy and if she is no longer in pain. Story 25. Let me be entirely honest. I do not think it would change much. You are such a good dog. I love you. You are a total pain in the ass, but I mean that with love. Do you ever get tired of playing catch? It has been about an hour. Story 26. I would probably apologize for changing my clothes in front of them all the time because my cat likes to hang out in my room. Story 27. Bloop bloop. What did you say again? I forgot. It swims away and comes back. It repeats for 24 hours. Story 28. We need to agree not to watch each other while either of us is defecating or masturbating. This would make life easier for both of us. Story 29. I would tell my dog how much I love him. We are going to have to put him down soon, so that would be incredible. I would also ask how he feels and what he wants to do. Story 30. I apologize for the toddler. Really, I am so sorry. Story 31. Both dogs and I looked from one to the other, suddenly blurting in unison. Why do you stare when I shit? It's weird, but comforting. It was followed by 23 hours and 59 minutes of awkward silence and occasional alpo farts. Story 32. I would sit her down and ask why she walks over my laptop when I am working, and explain how annoying and distracting it is. Maybe if she understands that desk time means work that pays the bills, puts a roof over her head, and fills her food bowl, she will back off a bit. Story 33. Tell my cats to quit freaking out about the cat carrier. A veterinarian checkup makes them healthier 99% of the time. I would not tell them about the 1%. Story 34. My 17-year-old cat has been in the veterinary hospital intensive care unit since Thursday. She has not eaten in nearly 7 days, and they placed a feeding tube today. I would ask her where it hurts, what kind of pain she has, and what other symptoms she is experiencing to help diagnose the problem. I would tell her we are doing these things to help her stay healthy so she can come home soon. I feel so bad she cannot understand why we are performing procedures on her and why she is in a strange place, but I would explain that it is to help her get better. Please do not fight us, and please take your medications. You need them to recover. I would make sure she knows what she means to us and how much we love her and miss her. I cannot sleep properly without her on my hip, snoring away. I miss her following us around constantly and announcing her presence as she enters a room. She is such a special girl. The cats are my life, and I do not know what I would do if I lost them. Any healing vibes and thoughts appreciated for Amber. Story 35. My dog is nearing the end of his life. I have had him since I was 13 and I am 25 now. He has been my best friend and at times my only friend. I would tell him thank you and that I will miss him more than he will ever know. I am so lucky to have had such a wonderful dog all these years and to know how much he means to me. Story 36. Exactly. You can lick your balls but not use your hands. I can use my hands but cannot lick my balls. Story 37. I would explain to my dog the health changes that made it hard for me to walk him or play tug of war, and that I am working on finding ways to do these things with him again. I would ask him why he insists on barking at everything and using me as a step stool. I would also explain that not every small animal wants to be his friend. For my male cat, I would ask why he is so difficult and explain that I am not a trampoline. For my female cat, I would ask why she seems to hate everything and why she can be so mean. I would lecture her about getting along with her brothers. Story 38. Why do you keep peeing on things, cat? Can you stop? It's annoying. Thanks. Story 39. First and foremost, I would tell my pup that I love him so much and that he means the world to me. Then I would ask him if anything was wrong, if anything hurt, or if I was doing something he did not like, such as the way I pet him, how I talk to him, or his food. I would explain that I do not leave him because I want to, but because dogs are not allowed at my workplace or at school. I think about him until I come home. I would explain why I take him to the veterinarian, give him medicine, and clip his nails. I would ask about what happened before I adopted him. Why he hates other dogs, why certain people make him upset, why he has separation anxiety, and why after all these years he still has a limp. I would tell him how I felt when I saw him for the first time and the rush of love that warmed my heart. I would tell him that I stayed alive for him because who else would let him sleep in their bed or stay up with him at night when he had a nightmare? I would tell him that I will always be there for him and that he is my life. Then I would ask him why on earth he needs to howl every time the phone rings. Story 40. I am asking my cat what the fuck is wrong with his brain. Story 41. I would ask that they both vomit on the tile or hardwood floors, which cover most of the house, and not on the carpet or bedding. Story 42. We just put our family dog to sleep today after 20 years. What a champion. I would be upset if I were given this now. As a serious answer, I would tell him that I am sorry for not visiting more often after I moved out, and that I am sad he will not be able to meet our coming child. My wife is pregnant. I am sorry we took so long to make this decision and that you suffered. I love you and I will miss you forever. Story 43. Honestly, I would ask my cat why he is such an asshole, laughing out loud. Story 44. Oh my God. How hard would it be at the end of 24 hours when you know you will not be able to speak anymore? I just hurt my feelings. Story 45. I would apologize for having left them at my friend's house, explain what happened, and say that I believed the decision was best for their well-being and that I still miss them. I would also ask what they have been doing over the past 5 years and hope they were happy and did not hate me. Story 46. I would tell her she is and always will be the best dog I could have ever asked for. I would ask if she liked the life she had and if she had fun, and I would ask about her favorite memories. I would play with her until her heart's content and take her on all the walks she wanted. She is due to pass within the next few weeks. I am going to miss you, old girl. Story 47. First, why does she act like it's Sundara only around me? Second, does she actually want to murder the things she barks at? Third, what the hell is wrong with her appetite? Why does she eat a lot one day and then get bored the next? Fourth, does she also see the ghosts in our house? Fifth, who is her true favorite? Sixth, can she teach me how to talk to dogs? Seventh, what was her life like before she was ours? After that, I don't really know. Story 48. Hey, Danger Noodle. That is my snake's name. I will let you live outside the cage on the condition that you bite people on my cue or any intruders when I am away. Story 49. I would tell my cat that when I almost died from illness and was at my worst, delirious, crying, and unable to move in bed. I still remembered him coming into my room, curling up next to me, and checking to see if I was still breathing every hour or so, even though he was not allowed in the bedroom and got caught and punished for it. He did it day in and day out until I was strong enough to pat him again, and even then he stayed longer. I would tell him that this action alone meant more than anything anyone has ever done for me, and I will remember it until the day I die. He is 19 now, and I do not think he could make it up the stairs to my bedroom, but I know if he had to he would find a way, because I would do the same for him. Story 50. Calm down. I love my dog with all my heart, but she is getting old and still has that puppy-like run and bark energy every day. She is the best dog and is getting an extra helping of whatever I am cooking tonight. Story 51. My budgies are rescue birds and are scared of me. I would tell them that I just want them to be safe and happy, and that I want to give them scritches when their new feathers are coming in. They are coming around to me, but it takes time. They were already adults when I got them. Story 52. I would tell my old boy that he is a very good boy. Despite his age and his difficulty being petted comfortably, I love him deeply. Even if I do not play with him as much or sometimes cause him pain from arthritis, I want to make the time we have left together count. Story 53. I would explain to him that all the surgeries and pain are not punishment but measures so we can be together longer. I would tell him the upcoming surgery will be tough and that I will be with him, hold him, and care for him every moment. I would tell him how proud I am of his bravery and sweetness, and explain that it is not his fault he was beaten as a puppy. His fear of people is understandable and okay given his history. I would be honest so he understands why he sees me cry and senses my fear when he is in the hospital. I would ask if his medicine upsets his stomach or where it hurts most. I would thank him for being there for me, for literally keeping me alive during my suicidal moments, and for being the best medicine I have for a severe mental illness that often prevents me from giving him the attention he deserves. I would tell him I am now trying to save his life. I think he already knows. Story 54. We will discuss the bed rules so I do not upset my dog each night when I go to bed. Then I will sit down with my wife's dog. He has severe trauma from his past and is afraid of me. I want to learn how to coexist with this traumatized dog. Story 55. I love you. Please stop trying to aggressively kiss me after you have been licking your vagina for 5 minutes. Story 56. Hey Pickles. Why are you such a miserable asshole to everyone? Story 57. After telling him how much I love him and that I cannot even express it, I would ask what else I can do for him. I would also warn him that some foods are harmful and potentially life-threatening, which is why he is not allowed chocolate or grapes. Then I would spend a very long time teaching him tricks and dances and having long cuddle sessions. Story 58. Gaston, you are a little black rabbit on a white floor. No matter how sneaky you are, we see you. Story 59. I would love to spend time getting to know my dog, including why she does not always listen to me. She is a great dog. My only concern is this. Imagine you are at the end of a 24-hour period with 1 minute left. I imagine my dog has something very important to say to me. When I ask what it is, she will respond with a bark. Story 60. A few years ago, my cat disappeared for about 3 weeks. We thought she had been run over, but lo and behold she showed up at our doorstep. I would love to ask where on earth she went. Story 61. I inherited my cats from my brother. We would talk about how much we miss him. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.